Alright, this is vlog number 5, and this is a demonstration of a different self-working production of aces. This was taught to me on Saturday at SanCon by the ever-so-generous Rick, who just kind of sat me down and said, hey, your production of aces looks a lot like my production of aces, here's what you do. What you do is you have the audience know that they're going to be telling you to stop. Oh, I see what's wrong with these cards. They're shaped weird. They've got tops and bottoms. What the heck? So yeah, it works really, really poorly with these cards because they're not shaped identically. They've got little pointy bits here and little roundy bits here. So when I set this up, you can see something is wrong with the cards. Awful. But when you're working with bicycle cards, which are all beautiful and uniform and not slippery and awful, you have the audience tell you to stop at some point as you're shuffling through the deck. Stop! Flip that over. You count out all of the cards that they had you flip through, and then put down the card where you told them to stop, the end of the cut of the deck thing. So that's your pile number 1. You do it again. Stop. When you go through until you get to where the cards stop being flipped over again. Put it down. Place the card where they stopped on top. Stop. You do this 4 times, but you know what's up. Stop. You just kind of do it whenever. Doesn't matter. Alright, so you get 4 decks that it appears that the audience has had complete control over. They told you when to stop, this thing. So when you flip over the cards where they stopped to reveal 1, 2, 3, 4 aces, the effect is really quite impressive. They are usually blown away by this one. I'm assuming I've only tried on about 5 people, but they've all been pretty sufficiently blown away. This is a deck stacker as well, that, as most self-working tricks are, in the words of Eugene Berger, a stacked deck is a happy deck. So what's up is that you arrange your aces so that some of them are facing the wrong way. That in your deck, that you've got 4 aces. Split them up. You have 2 aces and an indifferent card, is what this is, facing down. And then you have 2 aces and an indifferent card facing up. They sandwich together so that the indifferent cards are facing each other. And that's why these cards are really bad for this, because you can see the little corner of the, inverted cards. It's really bad, I hate these cards. And you put it on top. So what happens is when you flip over a chunk of the deck and you go through it, the first card with the back you see is not actually, the rest of the deck. It's an ace. It's one of the aces that you flipped over. So you put down where they stopped and put down the card they stopped on. This is actually an ace. What you now have is an ace here, your indifferent card here, another indifferent card here, and then 2 more aces. To demonstrate again, because I've been told this is confusing to understand, you flip this over, any random thing of decks, flip it over. At the bottom of this, because the aces are all at the top, are 2 aces facing the wrong way. So that when you get to them, I know that this is an ace. Take it off. It covers. Yeah, this is obviously a lot more difficult when you can see where there are inverted cards. But it's another self-working thing where it looks like the audience has control, which is a really big convincing thing. If it looks like the magician has no control whatsoever over the cards, then the audience is much more likely to be blown away when it becomes obvious the magician does have control over the cards. Self-working like that, it is another one of, you know, you just kind of expect that what you see is happening is what's actually happening. All those little mental shorthands to tell you what kind of situation you're in immediately without actually taking in all the detail tells you, yeah, she's just shuffling through at random, just stop anywhere. Because if I were doing this in any other situation other than trying to set up this exact trick, you would be right. You would actually have control over where your cards stopped. Yeah, that is, I think, not quite my favorite, but it's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I think it's a little bit more impressive than the production of aces because it just goes a little bit faster and it's a little bit more random seeming. There's less pattern involved. Yeah, that's vlog number 5, I think. I think the next one up is Destiny Has a Name, which is going to take some prep work, so I'll be back in a while.